Hey heathens, it's Gundidi, and this week we got something cool for you. This is not a Glock, even though it looks very similar to one. This is from Fusion Firearms. This is the XF Pro. Hey guys, so this week we got something cool for you. I know what it looks like from here. It looks like a Glock Gen 3 clone. And you're like, Gundidi, haven't we seen enough Glock Gen 3 clones? This is clone-esque, I will say, because it does share some parts with the Glock Gen 3, but this is a totally revamped design. This is from Ermox out of Turkey, and it is imported by Fusion Firearms. This is the XF Pro. It is a neat little pistol. It is just a good looking pistol. It feels really good in the hand. It's an all metal frame, so it's got some weight behind it. But let's go over the features from nose to rear, and we'll go over the parts that are kind of interchangeable with Glock. All right, starting at the front here, we got a 4-inch barrel. So it's got pretty much the same barrel as a Glock, to the point where you can interchange Glock 19 barrels with this guy. This one is a spiral fluted rose tin finish, something like that. Really nice looking barrel. Moving on across, we have some nice cocking serrations right up front with a little bit of a channel right here in the slide, so you can get a good grip and rack the front of that slide. Up on top, you have a nice witness window there, perfect for lowering that weight for the slide, and we'll go over that here in a little bit. But it's got some slide serrations across the top too, so if you guys like to reach over and do like a little C-clamp, you can. It's got a white dot front sight. Now, this is one of those parts that is not interchangeable with Glock. If you notice, that is a dovetailed sight. That is not a Glock front sight. So that's one difference right away. Moving on down, we have a 3-slot Picatinny rail, so you can put your lights, lasers, grenade launchers, all those fun things right on there. It's actually really cool. This thing's got a gas pedal built into it, so you can get that extra pressure on the front of the firearm, so you can get down on there and keep that recoil under control. Really neat. It comes straight from the factory like that. Moving on down, we have a squared off-esque trigger guard. I believe that this is similar to the Glock enough to where it can fit in Glock holsters, but don't quote me on that. Especially with that gas pedal, that might change that. I have not tried it in Glock holsters to tell you yes or no. Moving on across, it does have a Glock style takedown. You pull these down and takes down the firearm, of course. Moving across, we have a nice flat face trigger. Now, what I have been told is that this is interchangeable with Gen 3 parts. So let's go ahead and check out that trigger real quick. Of course, she is empty. Let's go ahead and take out the mag. She is completely empty. We got a little bit of take up, a little sponginess to get to the wall. And then a pretty clean break. It's not terrible. See that reset? Oh my God. Let's see that. Jesus Christ. Look at this look at the reset on this guy. That is almost on par with like a Canic on its reset. That is insane. But really nice little trigger. If it is compatible with Gen 3 trigger parts, that would be very interesting. Especially that they got that reset so short on a stock trigger. Moving on across, this is an all aluminum frame, so you got some nice weight to it. So it's got interchangeable grip panels here. So you can swap those out for different grip panels. This specific one came with 2 styles. So you got this really cool like orange camo, and you also have an all black grip panel. So for whichever one you prefer. I think the orange camo kind of goes with that rose gold barrel pretty well. Kind of gives it a different look than your standard Glock-esque pistol. It's got nice front serrations across the front and the rear. They are only vertical, so it's really only stopping vertical movement. Won't really stop horizontal movement. Would have been nicer to see some checkering, but beggars can't be choosers. They got some back straps. They got some back and front slide serrations. Interesting. It's got a really nice mag release. It's actually pretty intuitive. Now, this is also not interchangeable with Glock. If you notice, it's a round, a completely round mag release. So it's not interchangeable with Glock as I can see from here. Moving on up, we are kind of bouncing around a little bit, but we'll move back on up. We got some nice slide serrations across the top of the slide here. Makes it very nice to rack that slide easily. We have an optics cut. This is RMR, I believe it was. I don't believe it was RMSC. I'll have to look and I'll annotate it on the screen, but I believe it was RMR was what that optic is for. Now, the rear sights, I'm not 100% sure, but these do look like they are Glock rear sights, Glock style of dovetail. I looked in their on their website. It doesn't actually say on there. So if it is, yet again, I'll try to annotate it, but I'm not 100% sure. It's got blacked out rear sight. It's got a striker indicator on that back plate. So yet again, another part that's not interchangeable with a Gen 3 Glock, because Glocks don't have that striker indicator. And interesting, that striker indicator actually pokes out when you squeeze that trigger. Interesting. It's got a nice high beaver tail. This is actually gets you really high up on the gun, actually quite a bit higher on the gun than most Glocks will. I'm actually very interested in how this recoil impulse will feel on this guy. Very interesting. Now moving on down, it is a Glock 19 compatible magazine. So 15 round magazine, of course, that fit pretty nice and flush in there. This little ridge down here kind of flattens everything out, so you don't have that little Glock hump down here that you guys with big hands kind of wrap down underneath. But overall, it's a really nice looking gun. It feels really good in the hand. It's actually got some weight behind it, so it should be really nice in recoil management. This is a righty only gun, really, as the slide release is only on the left side of the gun. So there's nothing on the right side for you lefties. And the gas pedal is only on the left side. On the right side, you just have a memory pad. So this is not an ambidextrous gun. I don't believe the magazine catch is reversible, as it does not look like it, because that is round on one side and flat on the other. So very Gen 3-esque in the fact that it is only compatible with right-hand shooters. Very interesting gun, very good looking, and awfully cheap for what it is. I mean, these guys are running right around stock Glock 19 prices, and it's an all metal frame gun. If you were to buy a Glock 19 and then buy a metal frame for your Glock 19, you're going to be into that for near $1,000. Well, this guy is in that same price range as a brand new polymer frame Glock 19. So definitely an option for you if you wanted a metal frame gun. Good looking, very nice little trigger on there. It's a little long, but it's actually pretty nice reset on there. Very nice to put in the hands, and just overall a really nice looking gun. Guys, if you ever get a chance, check out the Fusion Firearms XF Pro. It's definitely a neat little pistol and something you should definitely check out if you ever get a chance. And guys, as always, I'm Gun Didi, and I'll see you heathens for the next one.
I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a